If you're going to try, go all the way. Do it. Isolation. You will be alone with the gods. There is no other feeling like that, and it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. Do it.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the later evening live stream. I don't think I'm cool with sunglasses. It's just I have a massage on Mondays, and when you're laying on your stomach for like over an hour, you look pretty rough after. So I just came from that. And we missed the daily candle close, but that's okay, because we're going to talk about it. We're going to look at it. We had big tech that made a resounding recovery led by Nvidia that is after hours nearing, it was nearing $200. Never saw it today, but after hours you're at like 199.90 something. So maybe you hit it while I was away, but really cool to see that. Semiconductors, massive comeback. Google record close. We got big tech doing things. Bitcoin, meh. XRP had a rally. That's cool. But did it change the trend? Did anything reverse off today's price action? I'll let you be the judge, the jury, and the executioner of these S coins. All right. Let's get into it, man. All right. Here's Bitcoin. It's really nice what they did, right? They just kind of, after sellers failed 3 out of 4 days from the 4th to the 7th to break the key level that we knew doom was upon us to 92K, 90K. After that successful test, they subsequently rallied this asset up to the next big inflection point, inflection zone, which you can see. In October, it was a support. The top end of the zone was support in August, September. Kind of a level in July that had been regarded before running to all-time highs. But then we know it also certainly where a record close December 17th, 2024 rivaled as a record close January 21st of this year. All right, we know how real of a deal this level is, and we have just seen the buyers today run the price of the asset up to that level, and in fact, no candle close above. It was confirmed below, right? No arguing, no controversy. That's just how it went, and that's it. So I guess your bullish engulfing candle caught follow through, nice, but we understand that they could take this thing above that major level from last year, this year, and there's going to still be resistance above us at 108.5, the supply line now. Confluent there, 109.358. That's the wick all-time high from Trump's inauguration. And then just above that's the 200-day simple moving average. So tremendous amounts of adversity, right? Lots of potential supply up there where they could have it. So that's just kind of your Bitcoin update, man. Nothing crazy, no technical breakouts, no trend reversal behavior yet. Just another day. At least it was green, right? All right, that's it. So let's go to Ethereum. Well, Ethereum, they're trying to recapture 3580, but it's kind of weird. You had like XRP up 7-8%, and then Ethereum did nothing. It's very weird. And you're just sitting here at kind of below 3580, and I think if they can break it, you might very well see a rally that would be surprising. It could take us to the 3900s, but they just haven't really cracked through it yet. Again, these are just levels that are very, very real. There's no controversy of the reality here. I mean, they're just where the asset has hit this level in the past and has reversed one way or another, whether it was a test of support, or they broke it, violent drawdowns, they've rallied, they've tested it as resistance and reversed. That is where Ethereum currently is trading. So its own respective level, just like kind of Bitcoin. Below it, we understand if they can break those levels, the consequence can be a straight up situation to $3,900 or so. You see straight up when they break, they back test, they try again, resistance. You see this, they break it, they back test, they run it to the next level. I mean, it's the same thing. So I can't be that surprised if they break it and we go to 3950. So that's kind of Ethereum. You're still in the downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. There's no form of confirmation on the bottom side that the bottom's in. But hey, I'll take it over collapsing below $3,000 all day. Okay, so that's kind of your Ethereum update. Cool. Let's just look at XRP because it was extremely notable. What a run. But after hitting a target of a short trade setup, squeezing higher. But even with all that power in the past 2 days, we're talking up over 10% in 2 days on XRP. Still trading below the 200-day simple moving average. Still trading below the top of the trading range, 262 all the way to 272. Still not making a higher high than the previous discernible swing highs on the daily from the 13th, 27th October. You've done, and then most recently, the lowest low of downtrend. So no trend reversing behavior yet on XRP, despite the wonderful 10% gains in 2 days. It's awesome, man. But not enough. We need more. And you give me more, hey, we might be able to change the tune trend-wise, but just not yet. Okay, XRP, great stuff, man. Just not enough. BNB real quick. Let's just look at it. It's mega market cap crypto. Who cares? Whatever. No movement. It was a flat line, just like Ethereum. Just up against that $1,000. They've tested 1,000. The psychological, not real, $1,000 level 3 days in a row. And not once have traders settled up above the price of 1,000, and that is it. So no structure, no strategy, no forms of confirmation, no retest, nothing yet. Just kind of after dumping and hitting your lowest levels since the liquidation event before that, since September, not too much going on. So nothing to really do here but look at it and say, okay, below 1,000 for now. They could keep it running. I think very well they could take it to 1,050, 1,080, and it's gonna be a real resistance, and they might roll it over there for a retest at some point. But nothing spectacular. Okay, cool. Solana, I do like the fact that they recaptured 162.50. I like that a lot. It was your highest daily candle closed since November 2nd. And that's kind of it. There could very well be upside here because we just know the consequences of buyers recapturing this inflection zone equals typically 188 to 198. But at the same time, the trend isn't great right now with the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low, the lower high, same low, lower high, lowest low. Okay, so even if they recaptured and ran this thing to 190 to 198, they could still end up putting in the lowest high of downtrend again. So that's like the crappy situation here. You're just not in good shape trend-wise in the midterm, short term, whatever. It could still end up being something no one wants in the world wants to see this. Turn the stream off, dude. I know. No one wants to even think about the idea that we could be witnessing bearish consolidation on Solana despite recapturing a key level. I hope it's wrong. I hope we go to 191. I hope, I'm always hoping, man. $1 million Bitcoin every single day. I want to wake up, we're at $1 million. That's hope, though. That doesn't mean anything. So trend-wise, Solana's not in good shape in the midterm, short term. The structure that is developing is in no way great right now. Even if it broke higher, broke upward out of the little maybe flag we're seeing, it's still like not in good shape. I mean, you go to 190, 191, it's still possibly going to be a lower high. And that's the crappy part about when you're in a trend like this. All right. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Hype in the chat for the veterans that have risked their lives, given their lives, so I can sit on my stupid butt and do technical analysis with you. Hype in the chat for them. All right, so you get what I'm saying? Like, just stay calm, understand you're a trend bro. You should be a trend bro, and there's just nothing about this that's crazy yet. Oh my God, we got a chance. Not yet. That could be the same case on Ethereum's 4 hour too. I think XRP got out of that idea because the pump was so nice. But okay, so those are your like bigger cryptos, man. Hey, I know Uniswap. There's news or something. It pumped 50%. Did it help total market cap get out of its rut? Nope, not enough yet. What did they do? Look what they did yesterday/today. They ran it up to test the 200-day simple moving average, and they didn't even actually test it formally. If you scale out, you can scale and see they didn't test it. It was close. Could just be bearishly consolidating. Your trend is no longer up. You're downtrending because of this recent data, the lower low, the lower high, the lower low, lower high. You get it. You're just not in an uptrend right now, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. They could take it to 3.62. They could take it 3.67, and you're still going to be in kind of bad shape because to lose that level is very bad. Okay, you do not want to lose 3.67. To recapture 3.67 could change literally everything. That's what we'll be looking for in the coming days, weeks. Like, can we get back above that level?
God bless Matre and the USA.
Hey, Pathian, thanks so much for the 20, dude. Thank you, dude. God bless the TA, bro. And the veterans, absolutely. So, until you're recapturing discernible swing highs, you're just downtrending, and that's okay. No one's going to hurt you, No one's going to hurt you, dude. It's just you might be in a short-term, mid-term downtrend. See, the consolidation is not really promising yet. Like, they're going to have to do so much more to change things. I mean, like, I think XRP helping, but gosh dang, dude. I mean, you're still just maybe doing that for now. Below the 200 on the 4 hour, below all key levels, You're not really threatening the previous swing highs at all yet. It's just very methodical, churning, slightly upsloping consolidation.
Lizard.
Why do you do that, man? Why do you do the lizard? I don't even know what that means. Where is that even, what is that even from, dude? Like, do something that people get, bro. Okay, so, I mean, just, I want the structure to be better. I want things to be, like, nicer, but they're just not right now. And we just have to, every day, congregate here and discuss that to keep you grounded, to prevent you from, like, buying into maybe some rallies that happen in downtrends. But just nothing of substance yet, okay? We'll talk about good things coming above 3.67, 3.9 trillion, right? To recapture key levels is one thing, but it's another thing to recapture previous discernible swing highs. That is the only time we can start discussing the trend re-reversing to its longer term form, which is up. Okay. All right, and overnight trading has begun. I'd imagine that Nvidia will see 200 this evening. But those are your bigger cryptos, man. All right? And your total market cap. I hope we pump, man. I'm not here to be a bear or do anything like that. I'm just speaking how it is. And right, that's just like, you know, if you're here, if you've been watching this stream long enough, what we really try to do. What we really, I'm doing an analysis of a trend on these major market cap assets because I think you like it. I think you're cool that you like the updates every day. You want an update, okay? It doesn't mean we have an edge or that there's something impending that Bitcoin's about to do. We know there's a little more upside to 109, 358, 200 moving average, 110 even. But again, like your previous high is like 116. You've got to eclipse that to reverse the trend. There's so much that has to be done for us to get back in better shape. So what we try to do is we try to identify setups that would increase our probability of eventual positive resolution. And those structures can take a really long time to develop, a long time, man. And you have to sift through the sands of all these different charts. They got to meet the volume criteria. A lot of things have to happen. Many days have to go by for this little edge we talk about to develop. In this case, it ended up being 559 days on Rivian. And something very special has occurred. And it's so crazy how they did this thing, man. The composite man, he does this. He took this thing down the day of earnings. They were reporting after the close or something, or the next morning. Yeah, it was after the close. They dumped it like this. It was the lowest daily candle close since August 21st. We were screwed. Fell below the 200 moving average. Fell below all the swing lows from October 9th throughout early November. And then that next morning, they started pumping it on. It was after post earnings, after the conference call. Everything was the next morning. It was like, what? And then we were back, man. But this structure never became invalid. In fact, you were in the bidding zone on this, the dollar cost average zone, until the price of the asset of Rivian fell below 1180. It never did that, right? So you had all this warning, you had all this time to make a decision on what you were going to do on your incremental bidding. And now, in just a few days, the asset is up a lot. It was the highest daily candle close confirmed since May 20th. And an official mega breakout above 1567. I think that's a huge deal. It just, from 2023, swing low, swing high, swing high, swing low, swing low. So I think, hey, maybe they don't even, all that has to, even if they pulled it back.
I hear you about the massage. Remembrance Day in Australia. COULD. We have a look at another S coin, please. Thanks.
Yeah, sure thing. Hold on one sec. Let me, was that Shane? Hold on one sec. I got to pull up my other thing. Yeah, Shane, thank you so much, dude. Remember, Shane, I'll show hype in the chat for remembering. Let us remember all that have fallen. Thank you, dude. Cheers. Dash, yeah, we'll certainly look at Dash, dude. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate it. All right, so again, this is what the stream's about. Like, this is kind of it. I mean, it's like to this degree. Like, oh, we'll look at assets, but if they're not showing like structures and price action that's positive and its correlation to a key level from history, divergences, all these things, then it's just kind of like a coin flip. So I would say like 99% of the time, you're going to look at an asset on any given day, any given chart, any given market, and you're not going to have an edge. You have to look for them. Always be scanning ABS. Always be scanning for that structure. So, and the great thing about this community is, you know, just giving as much knowledge as I can from what I learned from people that are way smarter than me. I'm stupid, okay? I'm dumb. I played football, you know, my entire adolescent into young adult life. I've lost so many brain cells, okay? So, like, I'm just a conduit from the really smart people to you. And this is their teachings, okay? This is what they're teaching. The psychology of the buyers and sellers. And without the structures, without that development, there is no edge. You are just going into a casino, pulling slot machine levers, flipping coins, throwing cards. It's just a joke, okay? You can't play the numbers game doing that. If you're going to play the numbers game, you have to have an edge. And I'm showing you structures like this give us that edge. Okay, anyway. So that's, hey, it's in the thumbnail, dude. What else is in the thumbnail or in the title? Sorry, not thumbnail. The title. Google. We must give our love and affection to this asset that had another record close today. It was up 4%. My God, the humble beginnings from the old trade setup. The trend had already reversed. You'd witnessed this throwback, one low, a second low, correlating to this swing low from November. They recaptured it, and it was that June 26th day. The entry was around 172, 173. That was it. It was like stop. All right, now the stop loss will be below that level that they violated and recaptured, and you're just going to let it ride because the trend's your friend. And since then, this thing has graduated on to Hall of Famer. You know, it has not just gone to Vosity, it has gone beyond, and it's now, again, in the NFL, inducted into the Hall of Fame. So, 290. And who knows when it will end. $300 is going to be probably tested, I would imagine. Right? There's a stat on stocks that if they hit $90, statistically, there's a 90% chance they're going to hit 100 because it's all psychological. The buyers are going to push it up to that $100 level. So I would think that would be probably another case of that. Oh, you hit 190. Oh, you hit 290. Oh, you're probably going to test 300. So above 300 is the 2618 at 314. 2618 is from that high before the tariff stuff to the low, just like we've been Fibonacciing the other ones. You're in the outer fib zone now. Okay, you've already exceeded the inner fib zone, fib extension zones, the 1272, 1618. Now you're getting into big boy territory. All right, you've left. I don't know. I guess you've left where Pluto is and Neptune sometimes, and now you're heading to the Oort cloud in terms of fib extensions and astronomy talk. All right, I have a chat for Google, man. They did things. Might as well just look at the rest of the Mag 7s now. Sorry about my voice, man. It probably doesn't sound very good. Sounds pretty terrible. But Google, great stuff. Nvidia, hype in the chat, man. What a gap up. I wonder if that gap's going to fill anytime soon. I attempted to just like, how could it be conceptualized? What's going on here? Maybe it's like anchoring on the top end, and then you got some touches on the bottom. Nevertheless, what they did on Friday was insane. I mean, 183, that old swing high from July all the way to August. I mean, September, even October, some tests. They tested it, and they defended it, and then you closed hammering. Wow, Thor was there, wasn't he? And now you've just run up to 199. You hit a high today of 199.94. That's crazy, man. Let's see an overnight if Nvidia is going to see it is, oh, we are over $200 in overnight trading, chat. $200.60. Hype in the chat. They've already cracked it. They're going nuts in Asia. All right, it's a bonanza, an Nvidia bonanza. All right, so those were the top two gainers, Nvidia and Google. And then the third top gainer of the Mag 7 was Tesla. What a comeback it had from, my God, we talked about, on Friday, everything recovered outside of Tesla. Everything like rebounded. You saw what Nvidia did. It closed, higher than it opened. Unbelievable. And it was down 5+% on the lows. This one didn't. And we were talking about theorizing that it had to do with that Tesla annual shareholders meeting. Lots of people were speculating gambling on positive moves due to that, and they were wrong, and the market makers did not want to pay out, so they suppressed the price of this asset. So those options that expired on Friday expired worthless. And lo and behold, go figure, right? From the lowest point that they pushed this thing to the highest point, a 6.41% swing. But up today, off the low where they closed it to close it on Friday, close it today, only at 3.66%. Pretty mild day. I mean, good recovery, but still closed lower than we did on the 6th. So it's nice that there's only a couple levels up here. All right, on Tesla, 439.75 is a swing high reversal point from January of this year. You closed above that, which is good. And then above that, you're going to be looking at 465. So I think those are the two big levels. If it's real, right? If it's a real recapturing, then they might go test that same level. And as you can see how much trouble, I mean, it has been a steel wall. It's been literally a level that has not been able to be breached in 2025. In 2025, no, 465 is the final boss. Even though the all-time high is 48, that was in 2024 in December, right there. I mean, they can break through it. They can have a candle close, but there's zero follow through. It's never real. And you tested on the 5th and the 6th, rejected it with a bearish engulfing candle. So maybe they're going to test it again. Maybe they're absorbing supply. Hopefully, I just got it kind of painted as like an upsloping structure. It's really more so about just horizontal line supports and resistances. Right, the old all-time high from 2021 is now just been flipped to support. But thankfully for a good macro, it looked at Trump stimuluses, and now we got 30-year mortgages. They're going to make it 50-year mortgages. All these things now, quantitative tightening's ending. Interest rates are going to get cut again. Like it's, I think it's all these things that are happening are conducive for inflation heightening, which means the market's quite possibly repricing these assets for all these events that are occurring, like just the talk of stimulus checks when we're 38 trillion and our deficit's 38 trillion or whatever. It'll be 39, 40 trillion by next year probably. No one's going to stop spending money, and then giving out stimulus checks when that's happening is crazy to me. But hey, whatever. And what now Trump's talking about 15-year mortgages on cars. What? May never happen, but that's insane. Imagine buying a car and you will be paying on that car for 15 years. The depreciation of that car will be brutal. And it will only prey upon the dumbest, most financially illiterate people. Because no one with any intelligence would ever do that. Take the bus. Well, I don't know. If you take the bus, be strapped, man. Can still carry, because, Okay, so maybe Tesla's onto something eventually. Thinking, target 2 of the trade. This is an active trade setup. It'll hit target 1. There's 2 more targets, and they haven't done it, and it might take a while. It's been taking a while, but 488 is target 2. I'm still in it. I'm still waiting patiently. Microsoft, we've discussed really the Eye of Sauron We talked about the weekly. There it is. He's staring. He can see all. But it is not a confirmed Tower of Baradur double top until they break the neckline, the confirmation line. That's like 492. No. You can't just test it or get close to it and not break it and it be confirmed. It is not a true double top yet. So maybe they just gapped it up, and who knows where this thing could go. I mean, but at this time, if it 3 days, 20 hours, we could get a bullish inside bar reversal, and it was a never has been, never will be. And they could just, it's range bound, and then they could run it back up to the top of the range. So looks are not always what they seem when you don't have a confirmed breakdown. That's why, like, breaking that on the weekly with a candle close is really important. You cannot call this a double top until that happens. So just giving you an update, giving you a prize to the Microsoft Mordor situation, okay? Mordor soft, okay. All right. Okay, Amazon. What a freaking bullish pin bar that has been confirmed today. That is quite the bullish pin bar at a very strategic level. The old all-time high from February. They tested it at the low. Look at that, at the lows. Wow, at the freaking lows. They went to go test that September 9th high as support and then rallied it all day and then formally closed above. That was Friday. And then today just gapped up and is just hanging around. Anything above 242 is spectacular on Amazon. Spectacular. I mean, the target above 242, given enough time, is 263, 274, and then the 1618 is 290. That's it. I think this is a breakaway gap. I mean, they laid off 30,000 people. They're going fully autonomous. I don't know what else they have to do at this point to pump the thing. Finally, right? It's just been really long time. Spinning the wheels, not going anywhere. Slightly higher high, all-time high, but so maybe this is it, man. That was a really good candle on Friday, and today confirmed it. So we have upside targets here. All right, Meta. Michael Burry's thinking that Meta might be a scam, or they might be scamming them and Oracle on their numbers. He said it's worse than you think. It fell on deaf ears today because that beautiful hammer. I mean, that chat, if you want a hammer, this is a textbook bullish hammer pattern. Textbook. And the context is good for the hammer because you always want Japanese candlestick patterns to correlate to historical levels of inflection. And this one certainly did that. It is not a joke, as you can see. That old swing high overhead resistance from October was an all-time high at one point last year. That level was defended successfully, and the hammer presented itself. And today what happened? They gapped it up. They sold off throughout the day to fill the gap and recovered, and this candle close has confirmed the bullish hammer. But you did close right around 632.51, which is also an overhead resistance from December.
Lucky Lurker tipped $25. Was scanning over the weekend. RKT looking really interesting. Up 5% today off historic level.
Whoa.
Bullish 5-0. We're heading back up for the Type 2. Curious to what you think.
All I can say is that we will look at it, sir. Thank you so much, Lucky Lurker, for the 25, man. Let's look at Bitcoin on the new day. Asia, man. The Asians are buying. 564 points. A test of the levels must come again, I guess, and they must break a lot. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. So I'm hoping, I'm always rooting for Bitcoin bulls. Always rooting. Whew. The Bitcoin buyers. All right, so like maybe the hammer caught follow through. All right, if that's the case, then, and if they broke 632.51, I guess we could just be targeting for 664. But again, you're in such bad shape trend-wise now with the consecutive lower highs, lower lows. It's going to be really hard to reverse this trend. Really hard. I mean, think about they'll have to recapture the old all-time high from February. They're going to have to make a higher high than what we saw late October before the breakaway gap. I mean, I think this could very well be a certain breakaway gap, but in the bearish aspect, right, where it's The disparity in price is too large and the volume is insane. I mean, that is insane volume. So I think it's a textbook breakaway gap. It was the highest volume signature we had seen on Meta since January of 2023. Big yikes. So they might very well reverse it with the hammer, but I don't know how you're going to reverse the trend. You're in bad shape right now on Meta. And now you got Michael Burry saying his stuff, right? You're like, oh, dude, they're cooking the books. All right, just scaling in on Bitcoin above my head. As you can see, we're at the highs of day. We're at the highest point we were even yesterday, higher. Now we're 106,950 and climbing, chat. Let's freaking go Bitcoin, man. Do the things that must be done to reverse. What's up, Pathian, man?
At Pathian 2006 super chatted $50. Smash the likes, my friends. Mitch brings a lot to the table. PLEASE.
Bro, thank you so much, man. Was that 50? Good God, man.
I have some evidence Man Bear Pig could be in this area.
What the heck, man? I'm looking for my... Okay. 107.2 and climbing, chat. We're up $1,200 on the newer day. Bitcoin, highest level seen since November 3rd. Send us higher. Asia buying, man. And we didn't even talk, because we're finishing on the Mag 7, okay? Apple, crazy. I mean, like, this is a long-term hold. This, like, you're crazy to not have this in your portfolio. Just have some exposure to it. It's been flat, I know. They want you to go to greener pastures. It's just cooling off, going sideways after hitting over bought thresholds of the subtrend. Hitting that heart line now. Eventually, they'll run it up. You got targets 284, 297, 316. Just be patient on this one, man. Old all-time high, 260, way above that. So you're in really good shape above 260, man. Like, there's nothing to do but just hold it and forget about it, all right? We love Apple, but it's just, yeah, underperforms a lot. It's a defensive stock. It definitely performs well when there's drawdowns on the collective market. So, all right, so your Mag 7s. I know we'll look at gold real quick that went freaking nuts. And it kind of smelled like a, didn't it? It definitely smelled like an attempted rally was maybe brewing down here. And my God, if we didn't get a wonderful bullish Marabazu, a Japanese candlestick pattern where there are no shadows on the bottom or top. Pretty rare. You don't see them that often. It's not easy to like open and no pullbacks and go all day and then close with no pullbacks. That's wild. So we got ourselves a really nice bullish Marabazu above $4,000, and your attempted rally. I mean, they could take this thing 4,300. It could be a deep retrace. Just from your high to low here, you're at a 50% retrace right now. Take it to 4,200, 4,277, 4,327 fib nodes, deep fib nodes, all candidates. Not much of an edge here. It's just cool to see that. And then, you know, what happens sometimes, not saying it's going to happen on gold, but they could do this and then this. Okay. So be very mindful of where we are, right? That was a big pullback, high volume. And now the buyers are trying to reassume control here. The buyers are trying to see what's going on. Hey, are there enough of us on the battlefield to win this when we retest this high? Are there enough? I mean, it's real. So good to see gold making a big comeback. What a trend, man. Silver, same. They took out the old all-time high from 2011, if you remember, April 2011. And there it is, man, a mega re-breakout, and this attempting a rally here. So, yeah, I would say like 53.70 can be in the cards, like a little W shape, like an X, A, B, C, D. 53 and change is like a little bearish bat pattern. You can see the kind of W shape in development here. So yeah, there's definitely lots of upside potential above 49.85. 49.85. There is nothing, right? The only thing you have is your previous high, which was an all-time high, $54. So wow, the sky's the limit on silver here. Let's freaking go, man. Let's go. All right, we can look at the futures real quick. The index funds futures from the future. Well, remember that freaking hammer we were talking about? It's like that's potential, and that right there. You can thank Trump. You can think, oh, the government shutdown is like kind of concluding, you know, stimmy checks, mortgages. So, and yeah, and then Michael Burry. I mean, imagine it, dude. Like, you're Michael Burry and you're like, I'm going short publicly on Palantir and Nvidia, and like Palantir was like 7-8%. Nvidia, like it was like, you're definitely Key and Peele sweating guy right now if you're Michael Burry. But I know for him, he can take on tremendous losses until, you know, finally the bubble pops. But it might be a year and a half from now. I mean, valuations like PE is nothing like it was in 2000. Still have a long way to go on that. So I think that's really cool to see a reversal candle catch a follow through candle, and hopefully that's it. If you remember, it's not so much here, but it's more on the NASDAQ. We just had the most significant retrace, pullback, drawdown, whatever you want to call it, since the bottom of April's crash. That was the most significant drawdown we saw. It was a 6.5%, 6.4%. Yeah, there it is, 6.5 pullback. You didn't get that any other time throughout the entire summer. You had to go all the way back to here. So I think that's pretty cool that they held it, and then a huge reversal, and maybe it was the wall of worry. We must continue to climb, and that's it. I adjusted the trend line for the bottom touches, and it ended up being perfect. So yeah, 1618. If you remember, like 25.9, they're attempting a rally here. If you were to hit the overbought threshold of this channel, that supply line's been very well respected, like $26,700. I could extend it out so you could see. Very nice. I think on the Dow Jones futures, I don't think they lost it on my other screen. I guess they did a little bit. Hold on. I think I adjusted. Yeah, if you adjust, like, again, I don't take action on these channels, okay? I utilize them to help conceptualize the trend. And my God, forget the channel for a second. It's just the perfect bullish hammer, bullish pin bar. And now a follow through candle. It's beautiful, dude. That's like what a reversal looks like. So I hope it sustains. I hope it's real. I hope it performs well, because it is reliable at this point. Let us go to all-time highs. Let the assets continue to be repriced due to just everything. Everything about inflation gonna get worse. Your fiat purchasing power collapse continues, unfortunately, as you look at gold and silver, risk on assets, small caps, you name it, man. Everything been pumping. Yeah, did the Rivian analysis, absolutely. Yeah, just rewind if you want to see that. But I think that's a pretty cool hammer. And then we can look at the US 2000 or the Russell 2000 futures. I think I have this updated, maybe. Oh yeah, my God, look how this one, there wasn't even controversy. They took it down to the bottom of the channel, the oversold threshold, and a big reversal candle. I mean, that a beautiful little bullish pin bar, hammer, and fall through today. But 2,464, that little magenta line you see that they tested and did not close above, that is the old 2021 all-time high. So you are up against a big freaking level. I'm hoping they break it and we run on to all-time highs. The small caps, man. Okay. So that's your Mag 7, your index funds, your futures, your gold, your silver, your big cryptos. That's the analysis, okay? I mean, we can, if you want to, just for a brief second, I can look at like a couple notable gainers. Solar Edge was up 13+%. My God. The uptrend continues. That was the highest daily candle close of the uptrend, highest close since June 2024. Wow, violence, man. violence after they lost the channel. It didn't matter. Sometimes they lose the channel, but it didn't reverse the trend. Okay, you weren't making lower lows, lower highs consecutively, and they just turned this thing back. They recaptured it and reconfirmed it on Friday. That's pretty cool. And just ran, and look, they hit the overbought thresholds of the trend you're in. But it's a mega horizontal line breakout. Yeah, above 42.82. Oh my God, Chad. Solar Edge breaking 42.82 could be massive.
WMT?
I'm the Bear Dog. What's up, dude? There's the 20, dude. Welcome to Walmart. Yeah, welcome to Walmart. I got my Walmart shipped after stream, chat. Okay, y'all want to come see me down at the Miami Walmart? All right, I'll be in my blue uniform, ready to greet you. All right. Should I wear my sunglasses to my Walmart shift this evening? Probably. I'll just answer for you, yes. All right, so 42.82, such a key level from 2015. The IPO peak, you know, it like IPO'd it and then just ran to an all-time high and crashed. So I think above that, given enough time, you could easily be targeting for $58. There's just nothing here. You break 58, you go to 69. So insanely large technical development on Solar Edge today. I can't wait for us to be having technical development discussion on crypto. I can't wait, man. On Bitcoin, they did this. They broke something, and it's a big deal, and it means something. Well, they're doing that on Solar Edge. I can imagine TAN, the ETF of solar companies, going nuts today. In Phase Energy, same world, not the same chart at all. Probably Solar's getting a little exhausted. It had a nice day today just due to that. So, my God, Micron up 6.4%, all-time highs, baby. Good luck stopping this. Let's send it into 1999 bubble world. Let's go 300 plus. No structure, just going, man. I mean, the structure is a channel. I guess you could plot a channel easily here, and it would probably look really pretty. But my God, the angle of ascent is very scary. I mean, wow. Oh, beautiful. Can we extend it down, though? Get, you know, oh my goodness, look at that. What a really pretty channel on Micron. Yeah. Oh, you gotta love how they did things on Friday. They tested it again, they held it. Now you're just up at the top. I mean, just never seen these levels before. History. What a gap up. All right, send it, semis. It's imperative. It's for national security. Intel, Micron, Nvidia, you got to do it, man. AI, we have to maintain superiority. So send these stock prices, market caps to the stratosphere so they have all the capital they need to continue AI dominance globally. Got it. All right. Like AMD was up 4.5%. Nice gap up. I like how they held to 27, the old all-time high from March 2024. Right, they held that on Friday and they gapped up. So I think it's a breakaway gap, right? Like this gap's probably not filling anytime soon. So just way up, levels never seen before. Almost, I mean, virtually hit a 1272 fib extension before the pullback. But yeah, this could very well be ushering in the continuation of a price discovery rally or big run. You could wind up and maybe in 6 months or less at 320 on AMD. It's insane. You know, things of note. I mean, Pin Gaming, bro. They did it. They did it, bro.
Who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sins, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed. 1 Peter 2:24a, thoughts on LCX coin, weekly, folded hands emoji.
What's up, Lena? Thanks so much for the 20 and the biblical contribution. Well, I think LCX is going to need some prayers too, all right? I don't even know if Jesus is going to be able to... I don't think Jesus is going to want anything to do with LCX, to be real, dude. Jesus is going to be live and he's going to be like, I will pass on LCX coin. But hey, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Thank you, dude. Yeah, dude, Pin Gaming, it's up 7+%, but you can't even tell because what they do on Friday, lowest daily close since May, and just terrible trend and lower highs, and they're gonna maybe turn around now. Carvana was up 6%. Do anything notable? Oh yeah, my God, dude, on Friday a piercing line. That's what we're talking about, man. Piercing line reversal at key level, right? They lost support, and then they opened lower than the previous candle's close. And then they pierced through 90% of the previous candle's body. And in the end, closed above 301, closed above the 200 moving average. That is some serious jiu-jitsu style price action on Carvana. You're in really good, you're safe above $300. Not a joke. That was huge false bearish breakdown. And you got fall through today, albeit a kind of an unfilled gap just there, but I'm wondering if that might be what was needed to turn the ship around. They might take it all the way to gap fill at 354. But yeah, you've already begun a correction kind of with like a lower high and a lower low now. Yeah, you rally, you fill a gap, you might make another lower high. So we just don't know if this thing's over or if they're trying to reestablish something here. But that was crazy to see. Beautiful reversal. All right. Alex, it does that until it doesn't. You will see. I'm telling you, man. If you don't think Apple can do its thing, if you don't think Apple can take over the market in terms of like sentiment or like all eyes on Nvidia right now, all eyes on Micron, you don't know the history of the guy. The guy. I mean, where is it? I don't even know, man. Hold on. Really? What's going on? This guy. He bought puts on Apple and was down 40K in less than a day. And he was a kid. He didn't have anything. I don't even think he had 40K. He just lost money he didn't have. And a meme was born. So, yeah, Apple's a defensive play. But just understand, at some point, it will steal the show. It will have its own limelight. But it's a good investment. It's just good to hold. I'm not saying be levered on it. I'm just saying to have some of it in your portfolio because it's a wonderful trend. And it's above its old all-time high. Yeah. Anyway. Dude, Lack, it's up, dude. They finally... You had a piercing line reversal on Friday. You had follow through today. They filled the gap. I like that. So this could be the genesis of a a reversal, or at least, a reversal from the correction we've been witnessing. A test to 566 definitely seems like possible here. But yeah, really would like to see it break 520. We're not above that. So yeah, what a ride, man. What a freaking ride. All right, if you look above my head, you can see Bitcoin is, the buyers are unable to establish prices above that inflection zone. As now Bitcoin has fallen off its highs by $1,000. What a joke, dude. Okay. Well, I've been live now for about an hour. If you're enjoying this 4K coverage of the markets, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thank you so much for being here. Let us take a look at the first request. What was it? Let me check my notes here. The first request... TNDM. I didn't even see that, Gomi. Thank you so much, dude, for the 2618. I don't know if the TTS played on it for real. TNDM, Tandem Diabetes. The Diabetes Award goes to Gomi. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's take a look together, chat. We'll scale out. We'll see. Does it make... No, it never makes money. Gomi, it never makes money, ever. All right. Not a good start, fundamentally. Oh, But now I see, well, this would certainly just be a technical thing, okay? I love it. I love where you're going. I love the scanning you've done to find this. It is beautiful here. Bro, it's the weekly. That spectacular M shape. I mean, that is a by the book bullish shark pattern, a type 1 reaction, quite possibly a type 2 return. A slightly lower low double bottom. I like that a lot. I just let me take these glasses off now, man. It's kind of hard to see with them on, but let me move that for a sec. Okay, so you can see this 1420 to 1611 zone here. You could even take it down to swing high from 2017. That's like just a chop zone. There's possibly liquidity here. You saw that first rally. So this would, I would just say we would zone it out like this. So you can see where maybe this is how we might try to establish, if we were going to take a chance on it, how we might establish a way to strategize our stop loss. So it's like they lost the level, but the buyers recaptured it throughout August all the way to now. And I'll tell you, man, that's about as good as it gets. I mean, in ways, I get it. I don't know what this does. This is the diabetes. Diabetes about to make a comeback, man. I mean, it'd probably be bullish if Ozempic failed, right? So you can just imagine, you know, a type 1 reaction here and the slightly lower low, type 2 return in the midst of being painted. It'd be pretty. Give me some divergence. Do we have divergence, chat? It seems very possible on the weekly we would have divergence here. I'm about to find out. Let's do it. Well, on the weekly, locally you have it, and then the RSI. On the RSI, you do have it locally but like kind of have it, but not really. But certainly here. I mean, you can see we'd have to go to I think we go to the monthly to be able to see from the type 1 to type 2. Let's do that real quick. The monthly should have some really nice divergence if it's, let's see here. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, look at this. Go me, man. You become hype king if this plays out. Look at that. You got a low on price, right? And then you got a slightly lower low on price, and you have almost no negative momentum. I mean, that is extreme Class A bullish divergence. RSI, same thing. Now, neither are in oversold conditions. Yeah, typically it's not going to happen on the monthly. But there you are. Here's a low on price. Here is a slightly lower low on price and a higher level of relative strength. You are Class A bullish divergence on the monthly. Wow, dude, this is freaking crazy. I mean, you're looking at a gas giant here because the size of it. How long would it take for this to play out? It could take years. But you have very good. And what did we do last month on TNDM? That's a bullish engulfing candle. This month, you're going with follow through. Kind of a red morning star right there a little bit. This is crazy interesting. I mean, above 1611, it's very easy. Like, so this is for education. I mean, wherever you are right now, what is it, 1637? Okay. Hold on. Let's it'd be pretty simple. I think you'd be going with a stop loss just below the low from November of 2023. Again, this is the monthly. This is crazy to think about. I mean, it would be equitable to take profit just at the potential double bottoms confirmation line. It'd be 10.5 to 1 reward to risk just for that. Oh, and by the way, you're about to lose your mind, chat. for the ones that know. The U-shaped volume signature is definitely here. No way. Okay, diabetes about to take over the world, apparently. It's so simple to target. I mean, target 1 is conservative, 10 to 1. But then target 2 is just the A point. And then target 3 would be the C point. The CNA gets the TNA. It's literally that. Wow, dude. It doesn't even seem possible. I mean, think about, like, if it just hits target 1, it goes up 229%. But again, it might take 2 years or more, because you're talking about a structure that has been in development now for nearly 3,000 days. That's so long, dude. 2018. This is when I started live streaming. This began to develop when I began to live stream. I'm not even kidding. Like the month I started, February 2018. And here we are. It is now actionable. And it's kind of insane. So, again, you have to remember, this is a position trade, and it may never pan out, but if it's going to pan out, it might very well take 2 years, okay? 2-3 years. It's just, for the sake of education, it's brilliant. Gummy man, if somehow, some way, we see these targets get hit, you are Hype King. Take note of this. Be sure to remind me, because I do forget sometimes if that, yeah. So those are your targets, man. Let me take out the price labels here. Wow, what, just like, find me this on the daily, so it's like, oh, we don't have to wait 2-3 years for it to play out. If it's gonna play out, do that. But yeah, wow. I mean, for people trying to learn the framework, this is it, dude. Great stuff.
Hi Mitch, may we look at LAR NYSE on the monthly?
Britton, what's up, man? Thanks. Yes, the answer is yes. So we got harmonic patterns, we got chart patterns, we got technical indicators, we got it all, man.
Tip $27.69.
Love
I know
beds,
you don't
man.
like the 1 hour bot. A bot. With a bat. After the huge pump. Spring back test of spring. Get wrecked, go me.
Yeah, get right, go me, in a positive way, in the most positive way we could ever dream. Thank you, dude. Y'all give me a sec. I'm just publishing this for Patreon Citadel members. Yeah, if you want this publication hand delivered to you on a silver platter, join the Patreon, patreon.com/MitchRayTA, or join the premium Discord. It's the same thing. TND. Even before this plays out in like a month, because some stupid catalyst, like, oh my god, TNDM, they have cured diabetes. Like that, like that. I mean, that's what this chart looks like. That they're implying TNDM is going to cure diabetes. Okay. That U-shaped volume signature is so nuts too. I can't believe what I'm looking at. I just wish it was on the daily or weekly like this. Yeah. All right. There you have it, chat. A dream. What's the next request? Let's look at it, man. Let's see. That was just like the first request, man. Dash for Shane. Dash. Dash. Okay. Here it is. Just had its lowest daily candle close since October 31st. Off its highest point of this crazy run. down 50% in 1 week. 50. So FOMO is murderous for your portfolio. But hey, you know what's going to happen probably? Looks like they're trying to defend the 71.25 level, the swing high from December 2024. I think they could take it all the way down to $64. They could take it down to $54. There's no structure. Like, you're just correcting, you're pulling back, and it could go deeper. They could hit other supports and hold, and it's still in a great trend. You're trending. You're uptrending, chat. So, like you know, you asked me to look at this. You just saw the other one, TNDM, and it's like, oh, the structure's there. Everything you could dream of is there. It's actionable, whatever. This is like, yeah, probably like a 50% retrace from the low to high, you know, before the pump, and maybe they hold it here, but they $65 to $56 could be tested, and maybe a structure develops there, but we don't have a structure really. So, okay, I wish there was more to talk about on this. What'd you ask? You just wanted to look at it, Shane? I mean, Dash, dude, it's wonderful, right? Everything turned around. The higher lows were coming in. My God, they were like accumulating by the looks of it. I mean, and just one day, just like blasts off and breaks through one inflection zone, runs right to the next, then has a nice pullback, and then eventually runs again, and then pull back, nice back test to key levels, and then runs to insane levels. And it's like, now we probably just waiting on it to test another support. But yeah, I bet it'll be up 10% today because it's Dash, you know. Good luck. Okay, RKT. Rocket Companies Incorporated. All right. Oh, is that a dragon? It looks like a dragon. Wait, we already had a dragon. We had a big dragon. Now we got a little dragon. It's a dragon. Yeah. Yeah, divergent. You got the makings of a dragon. You had a piercing line reversal on Friday. What are you talking about, dragon? This is a dragon. And now you have a fractal, a mini dragon, a dragon whelp, and a breakout, a supply line breakout. Or the spine of the dragon was breached today. Kind of an unfilled gap. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's got everything you want on those incomplete W shapes. It's like you're playing the C to D wave. Same thing. RSI has it too. Right? The low, the local, slightly lower low with lower levels on the oscillators. That is class A bullish divergence, predictable stuff. And you'd be targeting if it was real. You're going to test 1750. You got to break that. That's not a joke. Very real little zone here. 1750 to 1781, but to break that, I don't see why you wouldn't go at least to $20, and that seems kind of in line with a dragon target. Like I'll just do the little feet too, the dragon feet, dragon 1 foot, the second foot. If you don't know why it's called a dragon, it's pretty simple, dude. Right? He's got teeth, the teeth, and then the eye. And then the wings, right? The dragon wings. And then we'll do 3D, right? It's a dragon, okay? It's the bullish dragon. Trogdor. Okay? You didn't know the structure. So, and they're the feet. So if you like Fibonacci from the highest point to lowest point of like this structure, a 618, like 1982. That could be target 1. There's a gap fill right there. That makes sense. And it's overhead resistance right here. So that's definitely target 1. 1982, $20. And then probably 2177 would be target 2. And target 3, I think, would be 2458, like the highest point of the uptrend you're in. So very nice here on RKT. Tougher to manage risk because it was such a big day. 5.69%. Like, you would like really be hoping for like tomorrow some sort of pullback, like a 2-3% pullback, just so we could maybe somehow get a better entry. But they did break it out today, so this is very interesting. You gotta love these. Did you mention Dragon in your TTS? Really interesting at 5%. Still low. Bullish 5.0. Bullish 5.0. Bullish 5.0. Oh, I would say bullish 5.0 because this is not a shark. It can't be. It's a higher low on the C point. But yeah, it's certainly 113 or something close to it. Yeah, 50%. He's talking about 50% from this lowest point to highest point. Certainly 50% retrace. Yeah, and all above key levels. Look at that. You're trading above big supports, resistances. You can extend it like this, so you can see they're holding on, they're defending. Resistance is flipping to support, already an established uptrend. So I think this is really good here. Like, I think you got a good shot of $20+ again in time, and that argument completely collapses below $15. There's no reason to own the asset. The trend is it's garbage. You're going for a deeper retrace. $15 is a big cutoff, so keep that in mind. That was for Lucky Lurker. Thank you, dude. So dragon. Okay. Thanks again, Pathian man. I know you're out there. What was the and then Walmart for Infinite Paradox. Let's do some Walmart, dude. Got my shift later. Oh yeah, dude. This is probably just getting ready. It's like the Apple situation, like defensive stock. It's super tame. Look at this old resistance. Sell wall. It's flipping to a buy wall. Trying to confirm a bottom here. Got some hidden bullish divergence on the oscillators and pending price action continuation implied. It's kind of wild, dude. It's kind of insane, isn't it? How the old sell wall, the old demand line, they converged. And it's like they're like testing both. What? Crazy. You recently made an all-time high in mid-October. The tweeze top was the end of you, but they're just holding on. They're attempting to put in. They're attempting to confirm the highest low in the history of Walmart, because they did put in the highest low ever right here in early October, and now they're trying to confirm the highest low in the history of Walmart. So yeah, I mean, you could easily just have a stop maybe below $100 psychological level, 100, and let it ride. You're uptrending, man. You made an all-time high. You're making the highest lows you've ever seen, and you have maybe an argument for some hidden bullish divergence, a little bit of an edge here. So Walmart above 100 could very well be going back to 105 and 110 plus. So hype in the chat for Walmart. Good stuff, dude. Yeah, that's great. Let's go Walmart, dude. LAR for Britain. LAR. Lithium Argentina AG. The poor man's LAC. Well, we had looked at this when it was when there was something you could have done strategically, right? Where they had recaptured the $3. Look, you see the support 2018. Look at this spring back test confirmation. Look at that right there. That's real. Like, it's so undeniable. Okay, that was the place to really care, to strategize the optimum entry, the optimum stop loss, the max upside potential. If you see it hit a target, if you were entering here, it hit the next inflection zone. So now you have like, oh, is that a dragon? It could be. It's up almost 10% today. But you're not at an inflection point. That's the problem, right? It might look, you can identify a structure maybe, but if it's not an inflection point, it's very hard to manage risk appropriately. So maybe you say 380. 380 might have been your place. They recaptured on Friday, and now they're running it with a gap fill. So all I can tell you is, like, if you're above 379, 380 long enough, you're targeting for 488 to 514 again. I don't know what's going to happen after that, because you got to break that, man. That's a lot of resistance there. I mean, they tried and failed, but they might just need to absorb the remaining supply there. If they ever are able to break it, probably looking at like $6, 691, 809. He wants the monthly though. All right, I think the monthly. So the monthly Well, dude, you're streaking through the quad into the gymnasium. It's like 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 5 greenish candles in a row. I mean, that was like almost not, but it was. And again, like what's visible on the monthly, I can see clear as month is that high, that $5 493 level. They can't break it. So if they do break it and it's real, yeah, you might have an argument for like $8 on the monthly. And then who knows after that? This thing maybe $20. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, they're hitting. They round trip this thing, and they're trying to reverse it. Structurally, it's nothing like LAC. You know, LAC was everything, man. We had it all, everything we could have dreamed of, and boom, you could have made your year in a day or two. Sorry, Joe. We've been going, man. We've been going hard. Bitcoin has completely lost all those Asian gains. What are you doing, Asia? We've been live 1 hour and 18 minutes. If you're enjoying this 4K coverage of the markets, hit the like button below. So thanks so much for being here. Let's get as many likes as we freaking can, man. Just pump the likes, dude. Pump the likes for that education on TNDM. I mean, this is not about like, okay, that could be a wonderful trade setup, but it's more about like, wow, you just saw me break down what an edge is. So I know it's a monthly, 3,000 days of development. I don't think I've ever seen anything that large before, actually. Maybe not. Maybe Ford's Gartley might rival that, but I don't think Ford's Gartley even had a Type 2 return. It was just a COVID crash was the completion of it, and it V-shaped. So, but that right there, to find everything I identified on the daily, weekly time frame, you look at that anywhere else, that's an edge. That's a true edge. That's a high probability outcome of up. All right, let's see. What's the next request? It was ABAT. Fabatson, man. Thanks again, dude. We will look at ABAT. Not the BAT, ABAT. American Battery Technology Company. Well, we already had that harmonic, didn't we? What'd you ask about? Springback test of some sort? Well, remember how this all started, dude? On ABAT. I mean, they put it in, right? And all this was happening where? Oh, 2018, 2020 springback test, and then the M-shape. Like, it just was nothing, and then M-shape develops, and then it begins. How crazy is that, man? So, yeah, the trend's certainly your friend here, but you're talking about a springback test of sorts, and I'm trying to see what exactly you're springback testing. That? This, like, candle? Yeah, maybe. Maybe they're trying to hold that swing left from 2016. The stronger levels more like this, more like 2016's high, reversal-ish. So, yeah, this high, I think you're talking about that, right? 2025, July 2025. They broke it, and they've confirmed it as support. You got a really nice bullish engulfing candle on Friday. Yeah, you're down 3.39% today. I mean, structurally, I mean, I know your trend's good. You're in an uptrend. And this could be the highest low of the uptrend or the highest high. I mean, maybe if you care about this, Batson, we could just say to have a stop loss below the engulfing candle. Like if you wanted to play this, you just have a stop at 365, 364, 361 and give it a shot. But again, like you're typically wanting, like even in continuation structures, you're wanting to see something. You don't have anything. Like you're just pulling, like think about like you have like this. Okay, the argument is like triple bottoming with accumulation, 1 and 2 and 3 valleys. Like here, it's just like you dumped and now you just engulfed. And it's just like there's no structure here. It's just you're kind of higher risk without structure. You always want to have structure if you're trying to take action on any asset, even if it's in an uptrend. You want structure. Thank you, dude. But yeah, you're definitely holding on to that swing high as support. As long as you stay above that, you're probably in good shape, trend-wise. Okay, next request, the most recent request is CIVI. CIVI. Thanks for being here. It's a late stream. Civitas Resources Incorporated. Oh no. Let's see, you're probably looking at the weekly here. Daily is in bad shape, very bad shape. I don't like that at all. I hate that. Okay, so daily, strikeout. Weekly.
Hey Mitch, crazy week man. Can I still buy Rivian? I haven't been able to accumulate much last month or so. Am I too late to party, bro?
Why, dude? Why? You can't tell me you couldn't muster 30 bucks to buy 2 shares. All of a sudden you got capital. All of a sudden, bro, it's like, I'll go back to it after this. So this is a big hands-off on Civitas Resources Integrated Oil. It's not good. It's not good. So it's not even a completed M shape. Like, it's a bear flag. I think it's a bearish consolidation structure that has broken down. Bear pull, bear flag. They're just breaking it. There's a lot of downside potential. Where are you going to be targeting for downside potential on this bear flag? You'll be looking at the 886, 1805, 886, because that's when the shark or bat might complete. That's it. There's really, I see nothing about this asset of significance that would make me ever want to own it right now. The trend is not your friend. You're in a lower high, lower low situation for a couple years now. This consolidation structure that has been in development, my God, for most of the year has broken, confirmed bearish back test, and now you're drawing down. I mean, like, I think this is probably going lower. If it doesn't, whatever. But I just don't think this is something to look at and ever want to go long on it. Good God, no. So, yeah, there are a couple supports here. You got support at 2350. All right, you lose that. Well, then we're talking 1845. Then fine, that's kind of the target area anyway. 1805 to 1845, that's what I'd be targeting for. I wouldn't touch this thing until then. And then I still wouldn't touch it. I'd be assessing for structures and stuff. So a bearish or a weekly bear pull bear flag. Don't think it'll hit a measured move of that, but I do think $18 would be a prudent target in time. It might take a month or two to get there, but yeah. Sorry, dude. I wish it was a better situation for that. So Rivian, the question was, hey man, I didn't have any capital, I couldn't do it. Dude, here's the thing about the weekly. You just missed out on a crazy swing to the upside. Look what's going to happen on the weekly if they close a little higher than they are in the next 3 days. You'll be getting the highest weekly candle close since July of 2024. Please understand, this is like BABA, where, yeah, you just missed out on literally 20+% gains in, what, a matter of days? Yes, you missed that. But if this actually, listen to me, if this actually plays out, Rivian, you're targeting for, like, in time, $25, $28, $40. I mean, this is a cycle reversing structure to where eventually it will be like BABA. You will have ups and you will certainly have big downs and you will have ups and then you will have big downs and then eventually you will probably get big ups. It will probably end up something like that, okay? That's exactly what happened on BABA. Let me just show you again, okay? I got my my browser set up so we can oh boy. So weird. Dude, what in the... Wow. It's kind of annoying. I hate how it's like, it doesn't let me... And on my other PC, I have all these bookmarked, but I just can't get it to work here. What in the... Okay, I found it. We're good. We're good. Oh no, it's doing this garbage. It's doing the garbage. I don't want it to open. I have to uninstall TradingView. The stupid. Hold on. I got this, dude. I swear. Never mind. I don't know why it would try to log me into Discord. Okay, we're good. So look at this. Are we good? Did it work? Oh no, it's not working. There we go. So it's like... so confusing with two monitors. So you have like targets and it takes time for them to develop, right? The same structure, same setup, and then they hit, like, see this, like where they'll hit one target, exceed, almost hit target 2, and then a violent pullback. I mean, it loses 88% of its value after hitting 1-2 targets. Then it runs again, hits target 3. Like, you see where it says target 3, and then it pulls back violently, and then consolidates for a while, and then eventually finally hits target 4. That's the same type of thing you're probably going to get on Rivian, where it's just not going to be this easy thing where it does a lack. It's probably not going to pull a lack, bro. It's probably going to do this. So anyway, I mean, you asked me the question, should I buy now? And it's like, well, if it actually really, for real, plays out long term, you'll probably be way higher than you are in the next year or 18 months. Okay. That's it, dude. So that was the last, like, TTS request. Wow. Rivian deploying Amazon bans? No way, dude. See, this is what I'm talking about. Composite man accumulates, and then the news cycle begins. And all this good news. Well, all right, chat. It's been an honor to hang out with y'all again and just do what we do. Look for an edge on the market if we can find it. If not, we just analyze the big boys, and hopefully you got some value out of this. But if not, I did all I could. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll just be back. Until next time, respect the TA. Oh my god, LCX, dude, for real. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't even know how I forgot it. Jesus. Yeah, bro. Like, I think it's just because it's like, I know it's gonna be garbage, bro. I like know it will be terrible and unactionable and it's a scam, and I don't, but I'll look at it. You don't even say what it's all garbage, like garbage. Like what exchange? You know, like Capital.com? Like, yeah, complete garbage, trash, scam. Yeah, I mean, and look at this. I'm gonna look at this, and Lena will be like, "Nah, dude, you need to look at it on the Butthole exchange, the other exchange. This isn't the right one." So what? They're trying to hold a scam level. Okay, great. Maybe it holds. If I ever wanted to take action on something locally at a level like this, I would want, this is not enough for me. I would want this, and then I would want this. I would want a local confirmation low. You don't have that. You just had a drawdown, you hit the level, you made the lowest low you had seen since November 2024, and I would just be looking for something like that if I ever wanted to take a long on something. So there's no action take on this, in my opinion. It could very well continue to rally. It's going to most likely put in a lower high than previous high, and then it'll pull back, and hopefully on a second test, it might be favorable. You get to see this, you get the one low, and then you get confirmation lows before a bigger rally. See down here, you get one low, you get a like second low before a larger rally. So I would be waiting for that. Lena, okay? That's it. 10 cents out. You would never want to own this. I'd never want to own it anyway, but you never want to own it below 9 cents. Good God, no. All right. Thanks, dude. Peace out, man.